Students, we are starting today with the appending values in the dictionary. Then later on, we will see some more functionality of some Python functions. Okay, so we can add new elements to the existing dictionary, extend it with a single pair of values, or join two dictionaries into one. If we want to add only one element to the dictionary, then we should use the following method. Okay, now you see what is actually the provision out here. The main that is the things, syntax of this one, if you want to say, then it is actually dictionary name key. So you have to give the first of all dictionary name, okay, name, and then you have to give your key. All right, sorry, key to be given here in the square bracket, key, and then you have to give the equals to value. So this format you have to use. All right, okay. So we can add new elements to the existing dictionary, extend it with single pair of values, or join two dictionaries into one. That is the main theme of appending. All right, so append means adding, nothing else, where at the end of the list or dictionary whatsoever. So this is actually the format, that is the dictionary name, then with the square bracket key, then the value. Let us take one dictionary first of all. Okay, so I am making one dictionary, d1 equals to, say, starting bracket, second bracket, and then Monday. Okay, Monday, and then colon, we are writing out here Monday. All right, string combination. Okay, Monday. All right, then say Tuesday. Okay, then I am making out here Tuesday. All right, okay, and then say Wednesday, then say WED, wet, and then say I am making here Wednesday. All right, Wednesday. Okay, sorry, Wednesday. All right, that is the thing. So now this dictionary is over. So d1, if we are showing on, it will be coming like this. Now what is happening out here? So if I want to add some more value, okay, so what is that? d1, and then say I am giving out here what, thu, and then say I am giving out here what, Thursday. All right, equals to, and then I am giving out here Thursday, that's day, Thursday. All right, so what is happening? Thursday. So then d1, you just append d1 over here, sorry, bring the d1 once again, you will find that this Thursday, this key has been joined over here. All right. So the thing is that if you want to update a dictionary, okay, so by, there is an update command also. So same procedure you have to follow, that is the thing, the dictionary and key and value. All right, so that is the thing. So now suppose I am taking a dictionary out here, so say d2, I am taking out here d2, and then I am taking out here, say, equals to, sorry, equals to has already been taken, and then say I am taking out here, say, one name, say Tina. Okay, Tina, and then say age, our age is 20, sorry, 18, and then say I am doing here Ria. Okay, Ria, and then say her age is 12, and then say Alia, ALIYA, Alia, and then say her age is say 12 or 22. Okay, and then say Ravi is of 25 years of age. All right, so this dictionary we have created out here. So d2 if you are taking, it will show you the dictionary element. Okay, so now what we are showing out here, say we want to add one value out here, d1, and then say I am writing out here Priya. Okay, so Priya, okay, sorry, here I am writing out here Priya, 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 and then closing it, and then say equal to, and I am giving her 23. So d1 has been appended with this particular value. All right, sorry, d2, I am sorry, d2 has been added. Okay, so I have added in by mistake I have given in Priya in d1, but it has to be go to into d2. All right, so then say Priya, okay, you give out here, and then say close it, equals to 23, you give out here, then you can d2, you can give out here d2, and then say it will show you the things. Now the thing is that if you want to, two dictionary can be merged into one using the update command, so then what you have to give, the main format of the command is like this. Okay, what is the format? You have to use the dictionary, okay, one, okay, dot update, okay, update, this is the command, and in the bracket, in the parenthesis, you have to give the dictionary 2, name of the dictionary 2 as parenthesis. Okay, that is the thing. All right, so this particular thing will help you out in order to update a dictionary, means like that it will be merging a dictionary in fact. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so now let us come over here to merge the d1 and d2 together. d1 dot update means you are actually updating the d1 dictionary with the d2, the values of the keys and values of d2. All right, so this command to be given, d1 dot update d2. All right, finally you see the d1, it will show you everything. So this is the thing, and this has been updated over here. Okay, that is the thing. So in this way the updation to be done, or merging of a dictionary can be done. Okay, that is the things. Clear? Now I am going to choosing a new shell over here and coming over here. Okay, and taking some value. All right, making some other values. Okay, so in order to show you that how the updation will be done. Okay, that is the thing. So sorry, how the removal of the values to be taken out. All right, that is the thing. So just a minute. Okay, all right, fine. So now what is happening, I'm just simply closing it. Okay, and then closing it here and then reopening it in order to get a fresh shell. Okay, so I will just take another dictionary, and here now what we will do, we will just removing an item from the dictionary here. All right, that is the thing. So here what we will do, we will take a dictionary out here. Okay, D1 equals to say here we will take say Monday. Okay, and then say Monday. All right, Monday. Okay, Monday, clear, and then say Tuesday. Okay, colon. Okay, Tuesday, and here we will take Wednesday also, wet, and then say Wednesday, sorry, colon, and then say Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday, all right, and then say THUR, Thursday. Okay, colon, and then THURSDAY, Thursday. Okay, so this dictionary has been completed. Okay, sorry, that is the UL has not been, means like this is also an error, this is syntax error actually. UL while scanning the literal. Okay, so I'm just copying this one, let's see it can be copied or not. Okay, copying this one and writing over here, Control V. Yes, it has been copied. Okay, this is the best procedure actually. Sorry, single quote. All right, this dictionary has been defined. So D1 is showing us this value. Okay, so now say del, suppose I am writing out here del. Okay, D1, and then say in the bracket you give out here which key you want to delete, that key to be mentioned, WED I want to delete. All right, so what I will do, I will do like this del. Okay, so now you D1 you do, so you will not find Wednesday over there. Okay, if you are giving any wrong key, in that case what will happen, you will get a key error. Okay, suppose in this way you see del, I have given supposed to remove here say called Saturday. All right, Saturday. So I am given out here sat like this, and then say like this. So what will give me? It will give me a key error. So this is called key error when there is a non availability of the key. So this is the function of the del command. So we can remove an item from the existing dictionary by using del command or using pop, that is there, but now we have used the del command. So we can remove item from the existing dictionary, okay, by using del command. Okay, but del command if you are giving, it is not showing which value has been deleted, means the updated list it will not show you. When you are typing it or printing it, you want to print it, then you can see the dictionary has been updated. But pop command is not like that. Pop method will not only delete the item from the dictionary, but also return the deleted value. Okay, so for example, I want to do the pops like D1 dot pop. Okay, so the format is bit different. Okay, format is bit different. Okay, that you have to remember. So here we have given the del outside, no parameter is there, but here the pop will accept the parameter. Okay, that is the thing. So what you want to remove? So I want to remove here to Tuesday. Okay, I mean to say that Tuesday. Okay, and then I am writing here. So Tuesday has been removed, means this key value has been removed. If you print the dictionary now, you will be able to see it. Okay, so that is the thing. So here what we have seen, we have seen the del command and the non availability of the key, and the pop command also we have seen. Now we will see that in and not in membership operator over here. Okay, so the in operator checks whether a particular key is there or not in the dictionary. It returns true if the element appears in the dictionary, otherwise return false. All right, that is the thing. Okay, now let us open once again a fresh shell. Okay, and then check out that whether it is properly working or not. Okay, that is the thing. So these are the practical activities that I am recording. Okay, so afterwards you also have to do this kind of execution over here. Okay, clear. So that is the thing, restart shell I am doing. Okay, so the shell will be restarted and I will take a new this thing. Okay, so the shell has been restarted, but it has gone down actually, but I don't want to use it in this way. I want to use it a fresh shell by opening idle once again. All right, so now what we are going to use now, membership operation we are going to do now. So for this reason what we do, I will take a dictionary A and it will have some values over here, 1:10, okay, 2:10, 2 colon 20, okay, numeric 3 colon 30, okay, then 4 colon 40, and then say 5 colon 50, okay, 6 colon 60. All right. So that is the thing. So this is a dictionary so that I had made. All right, that is the thing. So if you are A, so then this dictionary will be coming out over here. All right, that is the thing. So now what is happening in fact, okay, so what will you do over here? Membership operator to be checked. Okay, so you are writing out here 10 in A. Okay, so what will show you? What will show you? False. Why? Because you cannot take the value over here, you have to take the key. So if you are writing 2 in A, then it will show you true. Okay, that is the thing, that is the provision in dictionary. All right, and one thing is else. Okay, suppose you are writing out here 2 not in, okay, not in A, then it will show you false. Okay, because it is really there. Okay, so now you are writing out here 4 in 40, that will also show you what? Okay, so no, here one space has come. Okay, so now 4 in 40 is wrong. Okay, we have not given it, so 4 in A to be given. Okay, 4 in A to be given, so then it will come as true. So sometimes this kind of misspelled commands also are being given in the exam, so in order to make it the correct, okay, to correct it and rewrite the command in that way. Okay, so that is the thing. So now not in A. So now suppose I am giving a say a key that is which is not there at all, say 9 in A. Okay, so it is showing me false, and 9 not in, okay, if I am doing in A, it will show me true. Okay, so these are the provisions, okay, for the membership operator over here. Okay, so you have seen the del command and the pop command and the in function of non and in and not in membership operator over here. Okay, membership operator in and end functions min, max, sum apply only to the keys in the dictionary. Okay, now we will see some of the new commands. Okay, some of the functions, okay, that are being used in Python. Okay, so that we will see first. Okay, that is the thing. Now you see out here, these are all like practical implementation, and you must do it with utmost seriousness, that I must say you. So now what I am doing, I am opening the shell once again, and we will check different methods over it. Okay, so that is the thing. So first of all, let us see that what is there. Okay, so simply we are taking a value over here, say d1 equals to, say I am taking a numeric dictionary 1 comma 10, 2 comma 20, okay, 3 comma 30, okay, 4 colon 40, okay, and then say 5 colon 50. All right, so this much we are taking. Okay, 5 colon 50, okay, we are taking out here. Okay, so now we are printing out here len and then d1. Okay, so what is happening, it is passing a parameter as a dictionary as a parameter when you are using the len function. Okay, len, it will show you 5 because it contains the 5 items only. Okay, achha, next is what? Next is the get method. Okay, so get method returns a value for the given key. If the key is not available, then returns the default value none. Okay, so what is the format of this particular command that you may use it? Okay, so that is the thing. So for dict, okay, dot get, okay, within bracket key, okay, and then say default, okay, default, default equals to what? None. Okay, none. Okay, so that is the thing. So this is the format for the get function. Okay, so key means this is the key to be searched in the dictionary, and default means this is the value to be returned in case the key does not exist. That is the meaning of this one. That is the dict.get means the key that you are searching for, and default none means what? If the key does not exist, then none will be returned instead of returning any error message. This method returns a value for the given key. If the key is not available, that returns the default value none. Okay, so that is the thing. So we have taken over here a value. So then we are taking out here. So then what command should I get or give out here? So I'll just find out. Okay, d1 sorry, I'm sorry, d1 dot get. Okay, then equals to what I will give out here in this way. Okay, in this way we will give out here get, and then key we will give out here, say 2. Okay, and then we will just see this. Okay, so 20 has been returned. Suppose we have given that d1 dot get equals to here 9 out here, then you see nothing has been returned. So you don't, that is not actually been found. Okay, so if you are going to get print, and then you are going to get d1 dot get, okay, and then within bracket 9, let's see what is coming. So none is be there because we have not printed, we have given the default statement over here, that's why nothing has been returned. But when you try to print this one, then it is showing you none because the key has not been found in the list. That is the purpose of the get function. So apart from this, there are certain commands are there. So items, keys and values, these three we will see now. Okay, it returns the content of a dictionary, the function of the items. Okay, actually it returns the content of a dictionary as a list of tuples having key value pairs. All right, that is the thing. Clear? So before that, I want to show you that you can also specify the message also in a d1 get command also. Okay, that is the things. Okay, you can give out here, say d1 dot get. Okay, and then say clear. You can give the value. Okay, the value. Okay, does not exist. Okay, then you are giving out here this, and then you are giving out here 9, the key out here. Then you see the 9 has come over here. Okay, the value does not exist, and this way also it is possible sometimes. Okay, and the print, if you are giving, in that case some more things will come. Okay, print and then say d1 okay dot get. Okay, d1 dot get. Okay, and then you are giving value, suppose value out here, and then comma 9 you are giving in this way. Then what is happening? Okay, so it is not coming anything. Okay, out here it is not showing anything out here, so because we have made a mistake over there. Okay, then it is coming 9. All right, that is the thing. Okay, now it returns the content of the dictionary. The items command I am going as a list of tuples having a key value pair. So what I will give d1 dot items. Okay, items. Okay, and then open close. Okay, so a set like object providing a view on these items. Okay, so d1 items, it is showing you the content of this particular dictionary. So dict items is the class, actually from there the things have been taken. Fine. Okay, now say next is keys. It returns a list of key values in a dictionary. Okay, so what is that actually? Let us see now. So what is the thing? d1 dot keys. All right, d1 dot okay what keys. All right, so then you will find out the dictionary keys are being printed. What are the keys? 1 2 3 4 and 5. All right, and then if you want to get the values, and then do d1 dot values. All right, yesterday I had shown these commands after completion of the program that we had created. Okay, interactively by using the input commands. Okay, and then the dictionary has been created. Afterwards I had displayed demonstrated these comments to you also. Okay, kindly see those videos properly, previous videos properly. So d1 values. Okay, so it will display only the values. So the values have come, the keys have come, and the items have come. Okay, and this is the entire dictionary d1. So it is showing you the entire dictionary. So these commands are very important in order to access the dictionary values. All right, that is the thing. So now I am showing you one important application of this thing, what you call the get command and all, that I will show you. Okay, so let me close this particular this thing. Okay, that is the thing. So I am come to a new value. Okay, what is the thing I am doing? Okay, number of occurrences. Okay, find the number. Okay, number of occurrences. So occurrences occurrences of each letter. Okay, are present. Okay, sorry, present in the given string. All right, given string. Fine. So this one I am doing now. So I am taking one value w. Okay, so a dictionary, one input I am taking. Input what? Enter any word. All right, so enter any what word. All right, so that is the thing. So now what will you do? Okay, so here I will take a dictionary out here. That is the thing you see out here. Now the things I will show you, the how the dictionary can created here, and then by using the item keys, all those things. Okay, so d over here. So for I in w. Okay, for I in w, this is the iterator. Okay, and then di. Okay, so it is creating what? The key of the dictionary. Di equals to d dot get. Okay, d dot get, then within bracket I comma 0. Okay, and then plus 1, which is counting actually the number. Okay, of the keys. Okay, clear. Get I comma 0 plus 1. All right, so dictionary has been created. Now for k comma v, these are the two variables. There is the key and value, okay, of the dictionary in d dot items. Okay, because the dictionary has been created, so definitely it will have the items. So this is an application of the get and items. Okay, so that is the thing. So kv in d dot items. Okay, fine. Okay, now the thing is that what I will do, I will print it. Okay, what I will print the key, comma, then the occurred, okay, the value just to give a space, CURRED, okay, RED, okay. So here I think it will be the single R, okay, occurrences, okay, occurred, okay. So give a space out here, and then V, print out here what, V, and then say comma, and then say give times, okay. That is the things, okay. So that is the thing. So key and V has been taken for the key and value, okay. There is some certain things are there, okay. So that is actually the relevancy of the variable, okay, that I had taken out here. So this program is over now, there is nothing else to do, okay. Then run, and then say run module, okay. So click on OK. Next you see that what is happening. So here it will ask you enter any word. So first of all you need to save it, count occurrences, okay, CCUR occurrences, okay. Then I am saving this particular program, all right. So now you see that what is exactly coming onto the screen, all right. That is the thing. So now I will just give a word over here, say for example individual, okay. I am giving individual, okay. So that is the thing. So now you see out here I occurred how many times, 3 times out here, N occurred 1 time, D occurred 3 times, okay. Rest of the words occurring for 1 time, okay, individual, all right. That is the output of this particular program, fine. That is the thing. So now you see out here what else is there, okay. So now I am doing out here keys, okay. So what is the name of the dictionary, D dot keys, I am showing out here keys, all right. Then what is showing, it is showing the dictionary in DV. So all these words have become the key, okay. And D dot items, it will show you the occurrences, obviously, okay. So this has become the key, and this has become the what, value, okay. So total items first I am showing you, no, first you see the values, that will be better. See the values, okay. So D dot values, you see out here all the frequencies has become the values out here, okay. And then see, if you are seeing the D dot items, then it will show you the entire dictionary, all right. So you see out here this is I3, and that has been printed, N is 1, that has been printed, D is 3, that has been printed. So in this way you will be able to do what, you will be able to find out the frequency of a particular character in a word, okay, in a word, all right. That is the thing, okay. So in this way you could do. So one such kind of another type of program is also available, so that I am showing you, okay. So here it is almost same thing, okay. So but we are comparing with this one, okay, to find the number of vowels, okay, in a sentence, okay. Vowels only, it will not count the consonants. Here each and everything it is counting, but here it will counting only the vowels, counting of vowels, okay, counting of, okay, vowels, okay, vowels in a word, okay. That is the thing, okay. You can give a sentence also, doesn't matter, okay. So I am taking W equals to, again, input, okay. Here what, enter any word, okay, enter any word, okay, or string, okay, clear, okay. That is the thing. So now these vowels, we have to take a list of vowels, okay. List of vowels in the sense means in this way. So A, comma, E, comma, I, and O, and then U, all right, U, all right. So that is the thing. So the vowels has been taken, okay. D, again we have taken one separate dictionary, okay. Now what, for I in W, sorry, for I in W, all right. This is the main loop. And if, then we are creating the dictionary if I is a vowel, if I in vowels, okay. So membership operator has an immense importance in the Python programming, okay. If I in vowels, if it is there, in that case you need to fill what, D, and then say I. This is a very good style of programming, you can learn it, okay. Di equals to D dot get, this is the get actually, so getting the key. So I comma 0, again the same thing has to be given, plus 1, okay. So this is counting the vowels if the particular character is a vowel, all right. So now the thing is that this is over. Now we are printing the similar one, okay. So we are just copying it from there and then typing it over here. So these two comments, these two programs are side by side, is very important for you in order to learn it, okay. And you will be able to give some formatized output in this case also by using the dictionary, okay. That is the thing. So for KV in D dot items, you have given it out here, all right, okay. and you can give it out here one command in sorted. Okay, in sorted, this command also to be given, then one after another, sorted like this, sorted, and then you can give it d items. All right, so it will come a e I o u in that way. Okay, so order, in order it will come. Okay, sorted items. Okay, so k occurred v times over here, k v in sorted, so that is the thing. So here I am just going with this one, run module, and then say count vowels. Okay, I'm giving the name count vowels. So all right, that is the thing, then I'm saving it. All right, so that is the thing. So it will give me now enter any word or string. Okay, so first we will enter a word out here. Okay, so I will give just attendance. Okay, yeah, attendance, and DAN attendance. Okay, so a occurred 2 times, e occurred 2 times. Okay, so that has been shown out here. Okay, clear. So these are the vowels only that we have find out over here, and then say what we are doing out here. So this run, I'm just entering a sentence now. Okay, we have a nice nice toy. Okay, toy. All right, we have a nice toy. Okay, then we are giving a occurred how many times? 2, e occurred 3 times, e occurred 1 time, and o occurred 1 time. All right, so if you want to see the d dot keys out here, how will you see like this, the keys are there. Okay, similar thing, but what has been given, I have given the sorted out here, that is why a e I o u is coming in order, but ultimately the dictionary keys have been created with the first occurrence of the vowel. All right, that is the thing. All right, and then see if the d dot, that is the purpose of the what, the sorted command. Okay, sorted function rather. Okay, so d dot items, that has been created nicely, e comma 3, okay, I a comma 2, all these things, this dictionary has been created. And d dot values, if you are writing out here like this, then what is happening, d dot values 3211 has been printed. So these are the two possible ways, okay, through which you will be able to find out the number of vowels in any sentence or a word or in any string, or, and this is the to count the number of occurrences of a particular character, whether it may be vowel. Okay, this is the first this program I am talking about. Okay, this is the one. Okay, and this is the one that is to count the vowels. All right, this is the one to count the vowels. Okay, only the sorted command has been used out here, then it is showing me the sorted order of the vowels. Okay, that is from a e I o u in that particular order. Clear? So students, what I have shown out here, all the functions, that is the most of the functions that are being used in the dictionaries, and as well as these two programs are the applications of those particular commands that I had taught earlier. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so you just do its practical implementation and see its provisions, how you can further develop these programs. Okay, and this will give you enough learning on the Python functions and all. Okay, so in my next tutorial video I will come up with some more programs. Okay, till then you do the practical implementation of this particular program and learn the style that I have used over here and try to adapt it. All right students, thank you, stay safe.